here, and this is an interesting video. So I'm going to keep this video kind of raw because I kind of want to like give you guys my first reaction sort of on this. So a few weeks ago I saw a Spirit Halloween 2011 Gatekeeper on Mercari. I'm not going to tell you the reason I bought it just yet, but my wish list was a bit different for this year. Then I saw this guy pop up and I was like, ooh, I might have to get him. And so I caved in and I bought him. So this is like my first really old animatronic I have. So this is going to be an interesting unboxing for me. As you can see, he still has the original box and whatnot in semi-good shape. And it is a little sun-faded, which that's okay, I guess. And interestingly enough, I might actually be the first person to ever post an unboxing video of this thing, because I genuinely cannot find an unboxing video of this prop on YouTube for the life of me. So this is going to be a first for you guys, for myself, and yeah, let's get this guy out of the box. So back then, Spirit had these boxes without the flaps, so I'm gonna have to undo the tape on this. So they did tape it up, really neat. And I can see the instructions, so yeah, they definitely weren't lying about having the original instructions for this guy, which is one of the main selling points, because I do like having the prop, the box, the instructions, and story, if it does have a story. So I'm glad that he does have the instructions included. We have this side of tape here to cut off, and we can, oh okay, nope, there's still more. I'm trying to be as careful as possible with this box because it is pretty fragile. Oh man. So he has the original screws in here, which that's kind of crazy. Here are his instructions, which I think the Spirit Halloween wiki will appreciate these, maybe, I don't know. He also comes with a, I think this is a Morris Costumes step pad, which I'm happy about, because the rumors say that this guy's sensor is not great at all. So yeah, it would definitely help to have a step pad. Let's slide all this out, and I'll push this to the side here. Yeah, look at all this. His lantern here, it's pretty big. I don't think it has the battery cover, but I can figure that out. Here's one of his hands, which the paint job on this is pretty neat. Okay, here we have hip loop, whatever you want to call it. This is to hold the lantern up. What else do we got in here? This is in, oh, okay, so this guy does, it seems like he doesn't have snap locks, I'm not sure. Here's his head, which this is an interesting head. It is a half head, as you guys can see. It's interesting, but that's how the prop is. And then here's his like whole power supply source here. So it's just a wiper motor, a reindeer motor, whatever you want to call it. And then his speaker is here. It's pretty small. And the head connects to here. His arm connects to here. And then his adapter jack right here. And then it seems like we do have the battery cover for the lantern. So I'm happy about that. He's basically complete, really. This guy does not have snap locks. That was one of the things I was interested in. Here's the lower frame for the prop. Here we have his one arm. He does only have one arm. And then here he included some batteries, so that's nice. We have the two lower poles, and these do have holes in them, so I'm assuming that's what the screws are for. And we have his base, which is really small. It's a very interesting base. But yeah, that's it for the unboxing for this guy. So oh, and his clothing here, which is pretty big. It feels okay quality. It's not the best. Obviously, it's an older item, but yeah, I'm going to put all this stuff away, and we are going to get into the setup of this guy. I already unboxed him. I'm going crazy. So here we go. If I'm correct, you are supposed to put on the lower frame. That on a modern prop, it looks like it would be the torso piece, but it's not. So it also looks towards the side, so I guess this is how it's built. But we are going to put on his lower frame first. It's definitely not like the strong metal we're used to on these modern day props. And then we are going to want to screw it into place. So that is what the screws are for. Attach the paw with the hip loop that's supposed to go on there. What way does this go? Oh, okay, so this goes like this, and I may need to raise the camera after this. So next we are going to want to take the other paw, and we are going to want to slide it into place right here. It goes this way. And then I guess next we are going to want to put his costume on. Now I am going to attach his module piece, which is quite heavy for how small it is. So this goes on just like this, and we do have to find the screw so that we can, ooh. So it seems like his speaker might face towards the back for some reason, or maybe I'm just setting him up wrong. Either way, that's in place now, so we are going to want to grab another one of the screws, connect his head. So I believe the head faces with the flat direction facing towards the front, because the IR sensor, or no, it's a light sensor, I believe. His sensor does face there. And he is just about at the top of the camera for you guys, so I should not have to adjust anything else, thankfully. Next, we are going to want to attach his arm, I would assume. Let's read these instructions real quick. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and pull up these clothes, which will be probably a challenge. Well, after a few long minutes, I think I figured out the clothing. It doesn't look the best right now, but in a few minutes it'll be looking as it should. At least I think so. So now we are going to go ahead and connect his arm on, which does have a standard fork connection. His hand itself connects onto here. And then I'm assuming I can slide or just drape this over his hand. And there are three Velcros here. So this seems to be one for the hand itself. And then these seem to be to secure this, so that way you cannot see any of the screws. Okay, I think I finally got the clothes situated with. So now, really all there is to do is connect the lantern into place, which the lantern has this little thing. You're supposed to slide it inside of the hole on the hand, just like this. And then you are going to want to use it and connect it to the lantern, just like so. Now the lantern on mine is broken, unfortunately. It does not function, but either way, I can repair it. It's fine. It's not a permanent issue. But yeah, with that being said, I guess that's it for the unboxing and setup of the Spirit Halloween 2011 Gatekeeper animatronic. So I am going to go ahead and figure out how to power this guy on. So he's very quiet. Like, he's very quiet. I don't even know if you guys could hear that, but he's a very quiet prop. I was not expecting that. Yeah, I do have him on step pad mode, I think. So let's go ahead and see if the step pad does work. Okay, it seems like it does, I think. Let's try it again. Okay, that's something, alright. And that was the Spirit Halloween 2011, the Gatekeeper animatronic. So, I've learned a few things about this guy after owning him for a while. One, I'm not even sure if his sensor works or not. It could, because sometimes even with the step pad plugged in, which is what I'm using to trigger him, and I'll probably buy one of those IR beam sensors that Spirit is selling this year, his sensor is really bad. It either does not work at all, or it's very bad, because sometimes he does randomly activate with the step pad plugged in and nobody stepping on the pad, so it is quite interesting. I also noticed that this lantern is not even the original, at least I don't think so. The lantern itself probably is, but I do hear that the Gatekeeper has a glass lantern. This piece right here is plastic, so I'm not sure if it is the original. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. It does also have this little button on the back of it. And I also noticed that he did not have an LED in his lantern at all. So what I did was I grabbed a color changing light I had in my room that I wasn't using, and I'm able to use this remote control, and I can pretty much have it the same color as it's supposed to be. I can literally have it any color. I can literally have it rainbow for all I care. I also realized how weirdly he's made compared to other props, because yeah, he was made in 2011, so he's definitely gonna be a lot different from other props. He does not have an on or off switch. His adapter is, hang on, let me see if I can actually show it here. This is how his adapter connects. This connects to the motor directly, and it powers pretty much everything else on the prop. And also, his circuit board is actually inside of the head. You probably aren't going to be able to see it, but his circuit board is inside of the head. Overall, he is a very weirdly made prop, but my overall thoughts on him, he's honestly a really neat piece. It sucks that this guy is so obscure, yet he did return in 2020, which I found interesting. Like, why would they return such an obscure prop? If you guys can find him for a good price, I would say like no more than $200 or so, because yeah, collectors do more care about like the values of the prop, but also keep in mind, like, this guy is going to be quite a bit to handle correctly. Like, it's going to be a super hard task taking care of this guy, because he's a lot more fragile than other props. He is not really built well. He's not built to last as long as the props we have today are. He is pretty hard to find, honestly. I would honestly recommend it. That's really all I have to say for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel for more Halloween videos. Definitely one of the more interesting videos on the channel, to say the least. But yeah, thanks for watching once again, and this is The Realist, signing off.